Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little mid-year most worn fragrance video. It's been a hectic 2022. It's been pretty good, pretty crazy, pretty horrible. But one thing that I can definitely say is I've worn a bunch of stuff and I'm going to share that stuff with you. So if you'd like to know the fragrances that I wore the most and why, thank you. Now, I like to share my most worn monthly favorites, but being July, it's kind of the middle of 2022, I figured I would just share my most worn scents so far this year. There was one fragrance product that I've worn the most. I'll share that at the very end, but all of these other fragrances I've worn so much that I figured instead of sharing my most worn June fragrances and then doing this video, I would just share these guys with you. I have to say that if I had to consider the fragrance that I've worn pretty much think about the fragrance I've worn almost ritualistically, because 2022 has had its kind of own aura for me in regards to just being crazy. The first fragrance would be Sage Me from Pacifica. This is the eau de parfum. I generally will wear the body mist and hair mist over this, but I do wear this too. This is a fantastic fragrance. I usually wear it in the morning. It's very grounding. It smells really good. It's vegan, cruelty free, and also very affordable, very cheap. So this is a great fragrance. I love the way that it smells. Also, if I have any reviews of any of these fragrances or products, I'll link them below. But this is the one that I've been wearing mostly in the morning. So I've talked about before my fragrance routine. I have a morning fragrance, a midday fragrance, and a bedtime fragrance. If you follow my Instagram, my fragrance of the day is generally the fragrance I wear in the middle of the day. I shower at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I shower like 3 times a day, so it gives me an opportunity to wear fragrances. Also, if I am reviewing fragrances, I will wear them. So this has been a morning fragrance. So I've been wearing this one a lot 2022, and it's been fantastic. But again, I prefer the body mist. It's a little bit cheaper, it lasts a little bit longer, but this is nice too, and I think the bottle is fun. Another one that I've been wearing, and I'm surprised I've worn this one as much as I have actually. This has been a morning fragrance when I've had less errands or chores to do and more just sitting around the house and wanting to smell nice. It's Florally from Creed. Now, I picked this up for a steal from Rue La La. I feel like they mispriced this. They had this on sale for like $100. Now, if you look for it on their website, it's usually like $280 or $300. I think they accidentally priced it at $100. Thankfully, they honored it. But I don't recommend paying full retail price for this. $100, maybe $150 is what this is worth, but it's a good scent. It's a nice, fresh, very feminine fragrance, especially in the spring and summertime, and I do actually really enjoy this fragrance, and I find myself wearing this scent on days where I want to smell pretty and feminine and nice in the morning. But during the middle of the day, if I'm going to be reviewing something, this is a fragrance that I find isn't going to conflict, or if I shower, it's not going to linger too much on my skin, so it's not going to get in the way of fragrances I'm going to review. And I do actually like this fragrance a lot from the House of Creed. So Florally is another one of my most worn fragrances this 2020. I knew this one was going to be most worn because this was probably one of my most anticipated and exciting, and I was so happy about this fragrance 2021, and around the end of 2021 is when this fragrance was released. This is obviously Kiki from the House of Matriarch. This was where Lola from Lola Scents and myself were part of the process of creating this with Kristin West from House of Matriarch. I wear this fragrance all the time. It's a beautiful violet fragrance that has some soft powder, some spicy mushrooms, some earthiness, and lots of gorgeous tea. I don't need to go into this too much, but I knew the second that I had this bottle in my collection, I was going to wear this. I wear this at least 2 to 3 times a week. I actually really like wearing this fragrance to bed, actually. It's a great bedtime scent for me. It's very grounding, it's very centering, it smells really, really good. and I like to go to bed with the scent of violet and lavender. I like those more aromatic florals for bedtime, and this has been a great one to wear. I do love this one a lot. Round off my bedtime scents, Chanel #1, Le Rouge, the expensive, overpriced body mist from the house of Chanel. I actually really love the way that this smells, and yeah, I'm so mindful about how much of this that I use. Like, it is like half a spritz for me because it is a bedtime fragrance. And I do really like it a lot, and I do wear this to bed. Like, I'll alternate between this and Kiki and Violet from Bordeaux, but I'm very mindful of this one at bedtime because it is so expensive. What is a glorified body mist? I would love Chanel to release this as an eau de parfum, or maybe like a perfumed body oil or something that is a companion product to this, because I do really love the way that this smells, and I like the way the atmosphere, like its sillage and its projection, its aura that it has when you smell this on the skin. It's a very fleeting scent, which is why I find this better as a bedtime fragrance, because it lasts pretty much just as long as I fall asleep and then it's gone. But I do love this one a lot. It is expensive for essentially a body mist. I mean, we're still kind of figuring out what this product is, but it's essentially a body mist, right? It's like hydrating body mist is what they market it as. But as a new fragrance smell from the house of Chanel, not a flanker to one of their other, you know, #5 or Gabrielle or part of the Chance line. It does smell really good, and I do really enjoy it. I actually really like the bottle too. I wear this one a lot. I've worn this one less. I've been wearing Kiki more, and I've been wearing Bordeaux from Violet, but I've been wearing Kiki more than that one, so that's why it's not part of this list. But I do wear this one a lot to bed. So those are my two like bedtime fragrances, are Kiki and Le Rouge from Chanel. These last ones have been the ones that I've been excited to wear, the ones that I reach for a lot. Some of these obviously I talk about a bunch, so I don't need to go too into detail. Obviously, Bay Rose 26 from Le Labo. This is one of my top 5 fragrances ever. This is one that I love to sniff on myself. This is a fragrance that I absolutely adore. A gorgeous fragrance, and just when I want to smell my best, this is one that I wear. And just this year, I've wanted to smell my best. I've been reviewing a lot of very kind of interesting, different fragrances that I've enjoyed, but sometimes I just want to go back to fragrances that really get me excited for fragrance and kind of remind me about why I love perfumery so much, and that is definitely one that I love. A recent obsession of mine from Maison Rabachi is Jasmin Satin. This is a 1 spritzer for me. And you can definitely overspray this, but I don't want to. But this is a beautiful, mature jasmine. It has a gorgeous elegance and sophistication to it, but it's also very easy to wear, and this is one that I love. I'm probably going to end up just purchasing this entire line because I am so impressed with this. And I've just been so enraptured with Jasmin Satin. I might seem a little sleepy. It's because I'm only on my 3rd cup of coffee, not my 5th pot. But I do want to talk about my most worn fragrance product, and that is Herbivore Jasmine Body. This is the hydrating body oil. Now, the reason why this is my most worn product is I have been wearing this literally like every single day, except on days where I am reviewing a product, because this is like, my mom recently gave me her bottle. I've gone through like 3 of these this year. I love these. This is my favorite. I love it. I do love body oils. My skin can be very sensitive and prone to being very dry, especially like my legs and arms. And I do like to keep them hydrated as much as possible. I absolutely love the Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro, but that has a very specific smell and it doesn't really mesh well with other fragrances. But what I found with this is it has a beautiful smell, gorgeous, gorgeous smell. Bees love it. The bees love this. I cannot wear this outside. They will follow me. I can just feel the bumblebees. Just, I have a giant wisteria, like, I have a pergola in my backyard, and it's just this wisteria is like overtaking my house. And so when it blooms, it's thousands of bumblebees. And I wore this and I went outside to kind of try to snip back some of the wisteria before it bloomed. But there was a few blooms out there, and there were bumblebees, and they really liked the smell of my knees. And I was very, very worried. So I had to go inside and like wait for the smell of this to go away. Anyway, wear this a lot just because it, first and foremost, as a product, works really well as just a hydrating body oil. I love body oils. And two, it just smells really beautiful. And especially as somebody who loves jasmine in perfume, I find it really complements a lot of fragrances that have floral or woody notes. So this has been probably my most worn fragrance product. But when I do wear like Sol de Janeiro body mists or other maybe more gourmand or sexy fragrances, I'll use the Boom Boom Cream. But if not, I'm usually wearing this. It's excellent. I love it. It is on the pricier side, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you like these fragrances? Are you surprised by any of these? I'd also love to know the fragrances that you guys have reached for so far, which have been part of your spring, summer fragrance rotation this 2022. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I hope you're all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I will see you next time. Bye.